Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome to Our Issues Birmingham. Today's guest is Casi Ferguson. She's the director of the United Negro College Fund for the states of Alabama and Mississippi. Welcome to our show, Casi.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
I am great, and I'm more excited about being here.
You are?
Yes.
Well, I'm excited that you are here. Tell us how you got to be the director of the UNCF.
Well, it's really kind of funny. My background was corporate, AT&T. I had been on the board for the United Negro College Fund for several years. They needed some help with some interim kind of stuff, and lo and behold, I landed the job. So this is kind of my second act, part one of that. So I'm really excited about doing something that makes a difference.
Well, that's great. Did you retire from the phone company?
I did.
A little known fact about me is that in 1970 to 72, I worked for Southern Bell.
Really?
I did as a co-op student from Auburn University.
I wasn't hired yet.
No, I'm sure. I was not very corporate then, and I'm certainly not very corporate now. So what does your agency do?
Well, what UNCF is we're one of the largest providers of scholarships for kids. Now, for this market for Alabama, we have schools just right here. I know everybody has heard of Miles College, Tuskegee, Talladega College, which I am an alum of. We have Oakwood, we have Stillman, and did I miss anybody? I need somebody to be counted.
Alabama,
and so
A&M.
A&M and Alabama State are not UNCF, but they are historically African American colleges. And so we do for Alabama State and A&M, because they're not private, they're still state funded now.
Oh.
So we host, and as a matter of fact, one of your other attorney friends of ours, Waldrop and Stewart, they host a breakfast. So whatever money we raise at that breakfast, we donate that to the Classic, and we give.
You mean the breakfast they have at the Classic?
Yes.
Yes.
So last year we were able to, it'll be $5,000 going to a student at A&M and $5,000 going to a student at State. So good partners with that. Our other schools we raise money for are private, and they are also historically, private. And they were started because obviously, nobody really wanted us to read or write.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. And, it's just, but we are so far past that.
Yes.
And I think when you now look at what historical African American schools, are doing, we're still making such a huge difference in our children's lives. I have the awesome task of working with all of these schools, the presidents, making sure we take care of scholarships for all these kids that can't. There are still a lot of students that just can't afford college.
And that's the bottom line.
And that's the bottom line.
They want to go.
They want to go. And so here's a little known fact. We give money to whoever meets those qualifications. You don't have to be African American. So we have Hispanic scholarship. We have all kinds. So the cool thing about what we do is we make a difference in our young adults' life.
And Lord knows we have, and I've had the mayor on before about addressing the issues with our youth. And as you say, it's not just African Americans, it's our youth, period. And it's not just Alabama and Mississippi.
Right.
It's a national problem. But somehow I've morphed into a thought process where college is not what it once was.
Oh.
When I grew up, going to college was just natural progression of things. And you take 5 years of your life, because not many people make it in 4.
Right.
And you devote it to this education, and you come out and you can't find a job.
Right.
And if you took that energy and devoted it to a skill or to something else, a private business, where would you be 5 years down the road versus with a college diploma? Now, I do think you have more opportunity with the college diploma in a perfect world. But that is something I've thought about.
Oh yeah.
and it's because things have
They're
changed.
different, but what also needs to happen is when you now get even certifications, we have a lot of schools now that are partnering with, say, 2-year institutions for you to do both. Because what's happening when that widget, you learn how to work this widget, brakes on a car, whatever, it's going to change because technology is going faster than we are. The truth of
Yes.
the matter is. But when you change over to do another widget, you have the degree and the technology to make that change. And that's what we're trying to
Yeah.
enforce. So I
That's a
agree
great
with you.
plan with the 2-year
But
colleges.
then going on and finishing,
Hmm.
so down the road, you have that ability to now go into, say, management because you're beyond a skill worker. You're a skill and trained worker.
Hmm. And where do you get your applicants from? The high schools?
Yeah,
Is it just Birmingham, the city
no.
limits?
No, no, no. For me, let's look at funding the entire mission. I mean, we have 37 schools that are kind of surround just the historically African American schools, what I raise money for. My primary focus is on the state. So when you look at the state, minus everywhere else, you can go anywhere for college. Uh,
You can go out of state?
you can go, yeah, because we have HBCUs out of state. Everybody has heard of what?
HBCU.
HBCUs and Morehouse. So our mayor, our
Well, you got to
current
tell me what HBC.
historically African American,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
black colleges, so and universities is what that is.
Okay.
So we raise money, we create awareness for all institutions, but especially those, because that's what we're trying to get kids to, in and through college. Minus what you're saying is we don't want people coming out with huge debts
Right.
where you're right. It's like I got this great degree, but I'm not getting a
Can't
job
do
that'll
anything.
pay. I got $1 million worth of debt. Well, it's kind of stretching it.
6 figures though.
But but 6 figures. So am I going to pay that back with what I get back? So we're looking at all of that. Training, discipline. I mean, where would you be without your college degree?
Right.
And that teaching you manhood and some things. It might have been fun, but it was hard.
Yeah. Well, hold that thought. We're going to talk about funding when we come back from break, all right?
Gotcha.
This is Our Issues Birmingham. I'm with Casi Ferguson. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Welcome back to Our Issues Birmingham. We're talking with Casi Ferguson, who's the director of UNCF here in Alabama and in Mississippi. And we're talking about funding when we cut for break. Where does your funding come from, and how do you go about getting that going?
Well, I mean, I'm everywhere going like, hey, can I get a donation or can we create awareness, a partnership of some sort? We host
And there's
this,
no amount too small.
no amount too small. Nothing's too small. We'll take it. We host this really nice mass ball. It's March 14th this year, and we started. I've been at UNCF about going on like maybe 3 years. So telling my age, I was at AT&T several decades. I was there a long time. So I had matched
I've been a
it.
lawyer several decades.
Okay, several
too.
decades. So we host this really nice mass ball, and our presidents are there, our students are there, and we raise money. Last year, we did about $500,000 at the ball.
Wow. So the ball is, where is the ball? Tell us
Ball
about
is
the
at the
ball.
Sheraton. We are really almost sold out.
Wow.
I think probably within, and maybe after even people hear us talking and see you, or just, I'm so excited. So thank you for your donation. We are at 112 tables
Wow.
at the Sheraton. It is a great event. We have media. This year we're bringing in the Lyles, he used to be the president of Def Jam. So we have Erica and Kevin Lyles coming in. We have the Hudson Group out of the airport, Carol McHenry. These are our chairs for this year.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking at doing some good things. We sell tables. We have masks. We have this glam kind of camera. It is a great event.
Oh, wow.
We have Second Line. Do you
Oh,
know
yeah.
what that is?
I do.
Oh, okay, cool.
I do.
For those that
That's
don't,
that's a New
New
Orleans thing.
Orleans party. Okay, we have a brass band.
Oh, great.
We'll have the handkerchiefs and stuff. So we're really kind of partying with a purpose. Another spin on that for those that use that. We are doing
I like that.
for
Party with a purpose.
We are going to be second lining with a purpose for UNCF.
So
on
how
March
does an
14th.
individual who's watching that wants to be there or
Go online for uncfbirmingham.org and tickets and see if any tables or just make no amount is too small or too large. Just make a donation
all right.
to our schools.
Yeah, I hope you will take time to make that happen. So what else is going on that's on your plate that you're having to deal with in trying to get these things going forward?
Well, I mean, my plate is going out to our schools, speaking whenever I can so people understand if you have jobs, look at our schools as well. We have a lot of great institutions in Alabama and around the world. But I think if we change the focus of what Alabama is about and make it more about educating kids and getting good children, good high school students, I think there's still more right with us than wrong. We did a lot of things that wasn't right, but Alabama wouldn't be the same kind if we didn't create awareness to all of those things that wasn't.
And embrace them.
And now it's time for us to look at our history. We can now do this right. We truly know the wrong. And I think when you can create an understanding of why something happened, it's time for us to be building on why it shouldn't happen again anywhere. But we are a beautiful city. We are doing awesome things. We have UAB, which is like this great medical institution with all this stuff happening. Let's get people back interested in who we are because we understood why we were. So now it's just about that. We want to create awareness, business for our town, our city, our state. Move over some of this politics.
Oh yeah.
That's killing us.
Yeah.
And let's just do the right thing.
Are you getting good feedback from the students themselves?
Oh yeah.
Are they interested in participating and going?
Yeah, and the other great thing about the ball is we have actual students on giving testimonies
About what
of
successes
what this means for you, what this meant for them. So you get to hear their stories, real life, real time stories, and you can't beat that. I can't sell their story. I can tell you I'm a product of an HBCU, but my story is different. My dad's 99.
Wow.
My mom's 95. They've been married 80 years in June.
Never a harsh word spoken.
Oh my goodness, I'm sure. So their story was making sure their children did. So
80 years?
80.
Wait a minute, I took my breath away.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I thought 37 was a long time.
80. June 14th, 80.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, congratulations.
So, thank you. But because that's all we were taught in our house, that we have to be better. We have to be better. My daughter is working on her PhD and constantly trying to be better, and as well as I. So everybody has a story, and we're just trying to make things better.
Yeah. In terms of local participation, I know you mentioned we do have corporate sponsorships, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
What about the cities, like Birmingham City proper?
Oh,
and of
yeah.
course you have not only in Jefferson County is kind of weird because it has so many municipalities, which are a product of those times in the past that you spoke about. Are they engaged as well?
Yeah, it is the mayor's ball. It's the mayor's ball.
Oh.
We have had.
You're talking about Mayor Woodfin.
Well, it's not kind of his, but kind of the spin on the mayor's. We have great participation from Mayor Woodfin, yes, but so he's kind of the cheerleader. But we also have the city of Bessemer. We'll have Stephen Reed coming in from Montgomery. So it's all mayors. We have talked to Hoover and we're trying to work some energy out there. So it's, yeah, we got a party happening here.
All right.
All across the state.
We'll be right back. Don't go away. This is Our Issues Birmingham. Welcome back to Our Issues Birmingham. We're talking with Casi Ferguson about UNCF. So we talked about the Mayor's Ball coming up March
Yes,
14th.
yeah.
Aside from the Mayor's Ball, what
Oh,
other kind of events do you have planned, and what other things are on the horizon for UNCF?
can you see I'm just ready to just talk over you, right?
Yeah, go
We're
ahead. Talk
excited.
away.
Our
This is
schools
it's
are
about you, not me.
great. No. Our schools are great. We have things that are kicking off for the rest of the year. We're going to have this fabulous high-end ladies' luncheon, all about hats and heels. We're
That's a good name.
excited. Yes, and we're gonna.
Where's that going to happen?
We haven't. We're not gonna announce the location yet, but we're gonna talk about historical African American women like Helen Shore Slade and other women that we have lost and why they were so um, just involved with our schools in the
Instrumental.
movement. So it was some things like that we're going to be creating some more energy around. We have partners, so we're going to do this hats and heels kind of thing. We're doing a golf tournament.
Oh yeah,
So it's pink on the green, and so
where is that going to
it'll be at
be?
Highlands.
Okay.
So we have so ours is like, and then we're bringing everybody back to Birmingham, all HBCU alumni. We're gonna bring them back, and I think it's November or February, something next year. So we got a whole lot of things happening. The one thing we want people to understand is HBCUs are great schools. These are great students. It's not about race. It's about our students doing good things, better things for themselves and their families.
In terms of volume, numbers, how many students participate in your program?
Well, it's just every school student that's at each of the colleges. So it's just their enrollment and
Are we talking about hundreds of students?
Oh yeah. So
Or thousands?
we got thousands of students.
Wow.
And we have if you don't know, if you have never been to a HBCU school, there are some right here. You can hit Miles and Fairfield. You can hit
Where Bobby is
where
current,
Bobby Knight,
Miss Bobby Knight,
yes,
we're talking
that
about,
is my
who,
good friend
who made
Bobby.
a corporate transition
Yes,
herself.
she did. And so then we have another school in Stillman, right outside of where UA is in Tuscaloosa, with Dr. Warwick. And another thing is, so at the ball, we talked about earlier, we got a lot of girl power because all the presidents are coming in. We have Tougaloo, all the women presidents, so we're really excited about that. So we have a school in Mississippi, Russ and Tougaloo College, and they'll be headed this way. You'll see the presidents. You have Talladega, my alumni, so I must say that for Dr. Hawkins, who's my president. So we have, and it's just really kind of cool. It's kind of cool to go to these colleges and see. We have murals that at Talladega that they've returned to the campus that are fantastic.
Wow.
I'm going to just leave you at Google that and see what that's about, and it's really, really, really a good thing. So we have a lot of history. A lot of history. And we want you to be able to go to our camp. We have Oakwood. They have the Aeolians, which is their choir. They were just at the Stevens Center. Fantastic. Fantastic. And I have to say this, so all of them are fantastic. But it's just everybody has something that's going on. I hope I didn't miss anybody. But
How do we get the word out? I mean,
I
I know being here is
being
helpful.
here, this is a first start. If UNCF, just UNCF.org, if you go there and see, or UNCF Birmingham's office, and you'll see the things that we're doing locally. I think if you start just listening and hearing, what colleges and stuff, listen to the names, and maybe sometimes, since Googling is so cool, sometimes just Google the good. We always hear so much about the bad. I'm not too sure why we don't get as much press on the good. So we're here to concentrate on the good that our students do every day, all day, and making a difference in this community, in this town, in this state.
Well, we appreciate you being on our show
And I
today.
thank you.
And uh, I wish you the best in your mission and keep up the good work. And let's get some more public awareness out
Yes.
there, because I think this will help. But beyond this, there needs to be some place where people who want to participate, and not just African
Oh,
Americans,
yeah.
that want to participate in this challenge that we have out there will pitch in and help.
No amount is too small.
Thanks for being with us
Thanks for
today.
having us.
This is Our Issues Birmingham. I'm Tommy Spina. We'll see you next Sunday.